jungle out there. Everybody got a wild side. Yeah, you probably meant to see mine. Come on, don't you think it's about time to live it up? Can't get it up like your wild side. Everybody got a wild side. Yeah, you probably meant to see mine. Come on, don't you think it's about time to live it up? Can't get it up like your wild side. Wild side. Everybody got a wild side. Let's live it up. Can't get it up like your wild side. Everybody got a wild side. Everybody got a wild side.
Let's go dancing in the city lights. Painted red, gonna be no better time. We're feeling high and you know we got a good flow. And there ain't no one gonna tell us no. No, let's go. No hesitating. We gotta move, we gotta shake, we gotta get up on our feet and liberated. Feel like something's out of control. Your mind says yes and your body says oh. Let's go. Let's go. The sky is lit and it's gonna be a good night. What's mine is yours if it makes you feel alright. I wanna dance, I can feel it in my bones now. Feel the pull, oh, come on, let your body flow. So let's go. No hesitating. We gotta move, we gotta shake, we gotta get up on our feet and liberated. You feel like something's out of control. Your mind says yes and your body says oh. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No hesitating. We gotta move, we gotta shake, we gotta get up on our feet and liberate it.
Good afternoon, everybody. Kia ora and welcome to our post-race press conference at the VinFast IRONMAN 70.3 World Championship. My name is Joanne Murphy, one of the World Championship announcers, and I'll be bringing you through our post-race press conference this afternoon. We shall be hearing from our top 5 professional athletes and then open the floor to the gathered media here in Taupō. We have witnessed a spectacular day of racing. So whether you are here in Taupō with us or watching from around the world, we hope you have enjoyed seeing the sensational performances of our amazing professional women. Let's recap on some of the race day stats of our top 5 and welcome them to this afternoon's press conference. In 5th place, representing Switzerland, she swam a 24:39, she biked a 2:18:15 and ran a 1:19:38 for a total finish time of 4 hours, 6 minutes and 2 seconds. Congratulations, Julie Deron, 5th place. Also representing Switzerland, she swam a 24:32, she biked a 2:14:34 and ran a 1:22:15 for a total finish time of 4:05:12 and a 4th place finish at the VinFast IRONMAN 70.3 World Championship. Please welcome Imogen Simmons. In 3rd place, representing Australia, a 25:04 swim, a 2:18:03 bike and a 1:16:26 run saw her finish on the podium in 3rd place with a finish time of 4 hours, 3 minutes and 1 second. Please give it up for Ashley Gentle from Australia. Representing the United Kingdom, a 25:03 swim, a 2:14:41 bike, a phenomenal run of a 1:15:34 for a sub-4 finish time of 3:58:49. Representing the United Kingdom, it's Kat Matthews in 2nd place. And she swam a 24:30, biked a 2:10.09, and she ran a 1:19.20 for another sub-4 finish at 3:15.57.34. Representing the USA, your VinFast Ironman 70.3 world champion for 2024, Taylor Knibb. So welcome to the press conference. Congratulations to each and every one of you on your performances today. Julie, if I may, I'm going to start with you this afternoon. A silver in Paris, a fifth here now at the Ironman 70.3 World Championship here in Taupō. You really did leave it all out on the course. Talk us through your race day. Did it live up to expectation?
It certainly did. First of all, thank you. Yeah, I mean, the atmosphere was great. I'm on the other side of the world. I didn't expect so many people cheering for me, but everyone was cheering really loud along the course, and that was super nice. Also some Hauptschweiz cheers, and that was really great. Yeah, I think I had a good swim. I struggled a bit to get into the rhythm at the beginning of the bike, and then on the run I went for the podium, but the wheels fell off halfway through and I finished fifth, I gave my all to finish fifth, and I'm really proud of that.
And how hard was it to hang on to fifth place?
Yeah, super hard. I don't know if anyone saw the finish. I had to have a little nap once I crossed the line, and I'm okay, so everyone at home, you can stop worrying. Yeah, it was really hard. I just had to really stay in it mentally, and I think I was counting 1, 2, 3 for the last 2K just to get me across that line.
Did you think coming into today, your first time at the Ironman 70.3 World Championship, that you would finish in the top 5? Was that a goal, or, you know, with Paris and the performance that you've already had all season, you know, was this the goal today, to be in the top 5?
Yeah, I think my goal for today was to execute a good race and just leave it all out there, and that's what I did. I did some minor mistakes, which I'll be learning from, as Taylor always does as well. So I think we can improve each race. And yeah, I am very proud to be 5th best woman in the world today, and I'll look forward to what's coming in the future.
Well, we certainly look forward to seeing what's happening in the future, and I'm sure your performance today will fuel the future. Thank you so much, Julie Deron, finishing in 5th place here today. We're going to move straight on to Imogen. Congratulations, Imogen, finishing in 4th place. As the bike portion of the race was unfolding, did you think that it could potentially be a carbon copy of Lahti last year?
There was a moment where I was like, oh, this is literally like the same podium as last year. But I also knew I would certainly have my work cut out for me, knowing that the likes of super runners, Julie and Ash, were behind me, and they wouldn't let too much time go. So I was like, okay, I got to make the bike work for me. I had quite a lot of fun. Kat and I had a nice little ride together, 90K through the Kiwi countryside, and it was beautiful. So I hope there's some good shots from today. And yeah, but you know what? Like, it's racing, anything can happen. Your wheels can fall off at any point. Hopefully not literally, but like physically. And yeah, so it's always, for me, I was really proud of my run and holding myself like proud of that, because it is quite scary to be chased by this lot, and yeah, I can't think too much about that, and obviously you don't want to count your eggs before they've hatched, so keeping it real.
Keeping it real for sure. But coming into T2, knowing that Kat was going to be with you as well, what was the game plan for the run course?
To run consistent, and that's what Greg Welsh yelled at me. He was like, Imogen, just be consistent. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I was like, okay, I've got 21K, let's not get too carried away. And although advertised as flat, that run course, I think it had like 1K of flat on it in the whole, 10K loop. So, I mean, there was a lot to think about at all times. I think we can all agree on that. But yeah, I was just, not blow up, to be honest.
You passed the hot corner at the start of the race, the run course, the Hoka run course, and you had the biggest smile on your face. It looked like you actually were enjoying yourself.
Oh, I wasn't. But there was, but there was a kid, and she's always cheering for me at all my races, and she was standing there and she had a little sign saying "Go Imogen." I was like, oh, that's so cute. So shout out to all the awesome supporters out there, because honestly, there wasn't a quiet, I was speaking to Scott before, I was like, there wasn't a quiet moment on the course where I could like gather myself and just like try and work out how I was going. So maybe that was a good thing to, you know, be very distracted by the amazing crowd. So thank you to everyone who came out and cheered for us ladies today, because it was absolutely phenomenal. And considering the depth of our professional women's field and your result, are you happy with your performance today? Oh yeah, I'm well chuffed. Beating the bib was always I had my work cut out for me there. So honestly, one less place than last year, but I mean I feel that shows a certain level of consistency, and I'm extremely proud of that. You never know what you're going to get on the day. We've been racing a lot amongst us 5 this year, but there are so many names that I was looking at the start list. I was like, anything could happen here. There are so many girls, up and coming girls, who are just incredible athletes, and it's, you know, it's always quite scary on a start line, but at the end of the day, you just got to focus on what you can do, what your race is, and do the best you can on the day. Well, congratulations to you, Imogen Simmons, 4th place at our Ironman 70.3 World Championship. We move on to Ashley Gentle. Congratulations, Ashley. 3rd place on debut at the Ironman 70.3 World Championship. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty relieved that it's basically Christmas and I can put my feet up for a while. It was a hard day and it's been a long year, but yeah, I'm really happy that I came here to Taupō and finished the year on a podium.
I finished the year on a podium in 3rd place. Absolutely fantastic. Now, you did start the run in 6th place and you ran yourself onto the podium. Talk us through what was going through your mind as you were on that run course, and as well, talk to us about the spectator support that was in Taupō for you, because I think they were treating you like a homegrown hero on the course today.
Yeah, well, I feel like a lot happened in my race before I actually hit the run course. I mean, I transitioned and started the bike like I was doing an Olympic distance race. It was really rookie error of me. I remember going past Kat and I was like, come on, Kat. And then she just flew past me. But I saw Imogen up ahead, and I know the strong legs that Imogen has on the bike. So I kind of thought it'd be nice to be there. But yeah, it was tough, like in the group that I was in on the bike, just trying to keep legal distance with the draft rule. And the dynamics was just, yeah, really different than what I've been racing this year. And once I got onto the bike, the run course, I felt really terrible and hoping that I could kind of, get into my stride. I've had a couple of experiences this year where I've definitely run out maybe a little bit too hard. And the support from the crowd was definitely cheering me on, but I definitely tried to, pace it a bit better, and I definitely felt a lot of support on the sidelines.
What did it mean to you to come down the finish line in 3rd place today?
Yeah, I was really happy. I mean, I was just, pretty relieved, but yeah, I was overwhelmed with the amount of supporters here. I mean, there was lots of Aussies on course, obviously, but there was lots of Kiwis and everyone from around the globe. I feel like this event has really encapsulated the spirit of triathlon. I feel like everyone here is just bringing a really great vibe, and I felt that out on the race, and I really needed that today, especially on the run at the back half. So yeah, it was really nice to go down that finish line and feel that support, and knowing I'd finish 3rd.
And of course, we have the men's race day tomorrow. Your husband, Josh, will be racing. Do you have any insider tips that you might be sharing with him for tomorrow from today's race?
Yeah, I feel like I've got lots to tell him once I get back to the apartment. I mean, he was out on course, and every time I ran past him, I was just yelling at him. I was just, go sit down. This race is really hard. So yeah, he didn't listen to me. He stayed out there, but hopefully he's saved some gas for tomorrow, because it is a challenging day. But it'll be nice to share this weekend with him as a couple and then relax in New Zealand afterwards.
So you're staying here for a little while?
Yeah, we're going to the South Island, explore around there a little bit. Josh has got family here, so we'll see some of them, take the opportunity, and then go home to Australia for Christmas.
Fabulous. Well, congratulations, Ashley Gentle, 3rd place here today in Taupō. We move into our silver medal position to Kat Matthews. second in the world with a superb performance. And I'm going to focus on your run, Kat, of 1:15.34. That must have exceeded your own expectations. Did it or didn't it?
Oh, I did an Instagram post last year about running, progressive running over the last 4 years. And last year I did a 1:16 at Lahti, so it was the only option this year to do a 1:15, actually.
And did you enjoy the run?
There were moments which were really challenging, but as everyone's already mentioned, the spectators out there, honestly, it felt like, I think we all felt like they were cheering for all of us individually. It was really fantastic, and actually I really enjoyed the hilly nature, undulating, really easy to break up the run into different sections mentally.
Do you think if you had a few more kilometres, you might have run Taylor down?
No, I think she eased off.
Really?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
There wasn't that much between you in the end. A 3:57.34 and a 3:58.49. I don't think Taylor could have afforded to take her foot off the gas there.
I needed to work harder on the bike, and I needed to be better generally as a cyclist to beat Taylor.
You mentioned on the finish line to me when we had a very, very brief chat that this was one of your favourite courses. Why is that?
Yeah, obviously race line, finish line, adrenaline, but I loved this course mainly because of my experience on it, I guess, and just the vibes of the whole race week. And it was nice to sort of bring that together in a good performance. So, yeah, I think it was mainly due to the spectators. And having one lap is so unique for us recently. I really like it. Nobody had information. You're in your own head, and you've got to just sort yourself out.
So what was going through your head when you were trying to sort yourself out and chase Taylor down?
Actually, I was just hanging on desperately to Immo's wheel the majority of the race. So it was just blue light, orange light, blue light, orange light, blue light, orange light. That was all I was thinking about, to be honest. And I didn't really look at data once. It was just focus on the moment and stay in the game.
Stay in the game, you certainly did. You mentioned at the pre-race press conference that your focus was most definitely on the World Championship title, but you do walk away as the inaugural Ironman Pro Series champion. You've had 5 podiums, 2 wins, Victoria and Texas, 3 second places, Tallinn, Nice and Taupō. What does it mean to you to be the inaugural winner of our Ironman Pro Series?
I'm really proud to finish the year with the goal, finishing with the goal that we set out at the start. And I think it means more than it maybe looks on paper. I think pulling that together with everything else going on throughout the year has been a real logistical challenge, as well as a physical one. So actually the Pro Series, the funding behind it and our reward really enables us to travel to places like New Zealand and to do these races properly, with professionalism and with considering our health as well as our performance on race day. So I'm really proud to have set the bar. Hopefully I lost a few points. Every second matters to Taylor today, which Mark shouted at me with 3k to go. So I lost a few points, and I lost a few earlier in the year as well, obviously to Laura Philipp at the Ironman World Champs, but hopefully I've set a good bench line for the future years of the Pro Series.
I think I've seen an Instagram post where Mark is saying, keep digging, Kat, fight for it. You'll be grateful that you did.
Yeah, the reward that I feel, and I assume it's similar to everyone, is like when you finish, it's not necessarily the position, but it's how you treated yourself and how much you really sucked out of yourself on race day. And just to finish second when it was on paper, again, relatively secure in that last 5k would have been excellent. But my satisfaction knowing that I ran as fast as I physically could today, to really finish the day off, that gives me the real satisfaction. That gives me the motivation for next year to do a 1:14. Well,
once again, congratulations, Kat Matthews. 1:14. Finishing her race here at Taupō at the VinFast IRONMAN 70.3 World Championship in second place. They're having a big discussion there about the run times, I think, off air. Do you want to tell us what you're talking about?
Kat's going to run a 72 next year.
A 72.
Basically, Hayden suggested in the press conference at the pre-race before, that yes, the women could also run a fast time, but it would come from Julie and Ashley. And so I sat there a little bit pierced, thank you. And I created a chip on my shoulder, so that's the joke.
Well, there's no chip on your shoulder now. A 1:15.34, Kat Matthews. Congratulations, and thank you for being with us this afternoon. And now to our champion, to Taylor Knibb. You are now a 3-time Ironman 70.3 world champion, 3 different continents, 3 consecutive years, 3 very different courses, St. George in 2022, Lahti in 2023, and here in Taupō in 2024. Which one of these Ironman 70.3 World Championship wins mean the most to you?
Well, I'd ask about the different courses because they were all wetsuit swims. They all had very challenging bikes. And my swim coach currently still has the 70.3 World Championship record, 2:07:15, that I was thinking about all year. And that stood for 15 years. So yes, all the bikes have been challenging. And I feel like there hasn't been a flat run course, if we would like to classify this as flat. Kat makes it looks flat, but no one else does. So, so I think the courses are actually quite similar, but they're all meaningful in different ways, and I'm just grateful to be here. I was grateful to be able to come to New Zealand at all and race and finish out the season.
You talked at the pre-race press conference that you learned something at every race. What did you learn today?
Well, I'm going to need to dissect it. But I think the first lesson was when we went around the first turn buoy, and I overcorrected very, very harshly because I was worried I'd go out to sea, but you could not see at all. So for the men, tomorrow, good luck with your goggle choice. Well, actually, that's what you should tell Josh. I hope the lead kayaker is briefed a bit better. Yes, sorry. And I've learned also that Ironman does not pick easy championship courses.
That's why they're World Championship.
Well, yeah, but I was actually thinking on the run, I was like, oh my God, wouldn't it be so cool to just have a fast World Championship? But yeah, well, that wasn't an easy one. I mean, look at the bike course. That's not an easy one. And not easy, because every race is challenging, but just that the goal is to go fast.
And you did go fast today. What I'd like to know, amidst all of the numbers that we're going to be hearing about over the next while with Taylor, is how many times did you say no Taylor today?
Actually, not very many. I resorted to my counting today a lot. But it was, I don't know, you seemed to like that you had no information. I was just oh, I would just love to know where I am. So it's just...
At the front. In case you missed that, Ashley said at the front.
Thank you. Thank you, Ashley.
And Taylor, talking about being at the front of the race, how aware were you that Kat was trying to bridge the gap behind you?
Well, I don't know if I should say this, but Mark kindly gave me a split, and he's like, oh, you have got a minute to the fast runners. And so I was like, oh, who does Mark think is the fast runner? So I'm like, well, Kat is definitely there. And then I think Ashley and Julie were there too. So it wasn't it was a minute, so I didn't know. But that was the only information I got until, actually it was 52.84 miles on my Garmin. And I think I said aloud, when will this just end? Because, I don't know, up the hill and into the headwind, it was just gnarly.
Gnarly, is that how you're going to describe the course?
Bumpy, gnarly, I don't know. What would be a better word? It was tough, it was challenging. So, thank you, Ironman.
I'm not sure if you're aware of this, and I hope I get this right, but I believe you're the second athlete in history to win 3 consecutive Ironman 70.3 World Championships, and the only one to have won 3 in a row. The only other person is Daniela Ryf. How does that make you feel, knowing how much of a hero that Daniela Ryf is to you?
Well, I mean, she raised the bar, and she continues to do so. So it's a tremendous honor, I guess. I'm just grateful.
And does a stat like that, does that fuel you to raise the bar even more for the other athletes who are aspiring to be a world champion?
Well, I think every race is unique, and you just have to, I don't think that the streaks or anything of importance. It's just like every race, we all start at the same line. And sorry, we were commenting about how it wasn't really clear if you start behind the line or in the box, and like some people are creeping. But everyone starts at the same line-ish, unless they're creepers. And then, yeah, and you just, every day is different. And every course is different, and every race is different, so.
And speaking of all the different races that you've done 12 races this year, 6 of those middle distance. It's time for a rest, would you think? And what will the off-season look like for you?
Yes, I'm actually I'm a little sad to go into off-season in some ways. I'll be grateful for the structure again, but yes, my body's excited for a rest.
Well, thank you so much for all of that insight. Taylor Knibb, you are Ironman 70.3 world champion here in Taupō, New Zealand. I'm now going to open the floor to our media here gathered with us in Taupō. If you could please say your name and what outlet you're with. Thank you so much.
Kyle Glass, Pro Tri News. Question for all 5 of you. You guys have all raced each other a lot this year. Did that play into the strategy that you used for race day today, that it would just be for everyone?
Yeah, I knew I needed to swim really well, otherwise I was out of the game.
I was just going to say, Taylor, I actually got another split on the course, and it was from your dad. So I'm not really sure whose team he's on, but thank you, Taylor's dad.
He might be fired from his volunteer position.
I'll let you sort that out with him. But yeah, I mean, we all know each other's strengths. I know that they're super runners, and yeah, but at the same time, it keeps it fun. I think it's kind of incredible that we have raced each other so much, and yet here we are at us 5. Like, that's saying something, I guess, also that Taylor is very similar to Daniela Reeve, raising the bar and making sure that we all stay on our game at all points through the year.
No, would you like to go? Well, I think it's learning an athlete, but I think Julie actually said in one interview that 4 weeks is a long time, and so you can gain a lot of fitness or lose a lot of fitness. It's just kind of how you use that time. So like the 4-week stacking has been very interesting to see kind of how people come in and come out. And also I think one thing that was helpful for me as an athlete, like coming into triathlon, was racing a lot of races. And when you race the WTCS series, you race very frequently, and you realize that just because someone beats you on a given day, like they might beat you the next weekend. And I trained with an athlete in 2021, and if someone beat her, it was like they were better than her. And that's not a given. It's like on that day, that's how it played out. And like seeing how I think people coming from racing each other frequently can just not bounce back if they have a bad race, but also like always refocus and put themselves out there and not realize that like, oh, if you don't do well in this race, that is definitely your fitness or definitely who you are as a person. I don't know, like maybe like removing the identity and just like the more you race each other, it doesn't get any easier, but it's like, otherwise, it's just nicer. I don't know. I'm not articulating myself well at this point, but it's just like reassuring in that different people are gonna fluctuate over the course of the season.
Yeah, I think, well, it's been fun to race everyone so much this year. For me, between the race in Dubai and here, I mean, I knew how I felt and what my preparation was. I needed to get outside and do some epic gravel adventures and some fun stuff in training, because that's what I needed mentally to have the freshness to come here and perform at my best. But I knew that, you know, I know all these women's strengths, but I don't know how mentally they were feeling for the race. So it's basically, I just need to focus on myself, and I need to focus on what I need to do to get myself to the start line in the best physical and mental state. And throughout the year, it's looked really differently. But I think trying to just do that and actually respect your body and your mind so you can be here and have the the courage to stand on the start line and still think you've got a chance to be in the race. That's what it's all about. So all of these women, I think, would approach it extremely differently, but that's also been fun to learn. And also I admire a lot of the things that these women have brought to the races, and I look and I think about some of the things that they've done throughout the year, and I'm like, wow, I should try and do that better, because what they've done is really incredible. And like what Kat's done to win the Pro Series is just mind-blowing. Hats off to her, because that's an extraordinary feat, and she's still running, a 1:15:30 to finish the year. Like, yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I think I agree with all that the other girls have said. You get to know each other as athletes, but in the end you can only race your own race and do the best that you can, and you can't influence what they are doing. Obviously, you know the strengths, but every race looks different again. But it's nice to see familiar faces around, I guess.
Thank you so much. Have we any more questions from our gathered media? I've one more question. I'm going to ask you, what does Christmas look like now that the season is over?
For me, it's very different to here. It's going to be white and cold, but I look forward to going home for Christmas and celebrate with the family.
Fantastic. Ashley?
I'll be in New Zealand for a little bit, but for Christmas I go home to Australia. I'll be on the Gold Coast where I grew up, and it's like beach, bikinis, barbecues, hot weather, good times.
Sounds good. Taylor?
We'll alternate again. I'll be in Boulder. My family's coming out, and so it'll probably be cold.
Kat Matthews, also going back to the British weather?
Yeah, British weather, don't need to describe that. I think we're in the pub, and I'll be eating a lot of pigs and blankets with cranberry sauce.
I'm excited because I've been here in New Zealand for 3.5 weeks, and now we get 2 weeks to actually explore New Zealand and see all the amazing stuff that goes on here. So I'm really excited about seeing a different side. Not that I don't love triathlon, but just seeing a different side of New Zealand.
Fantastic. Well, thank you to each and every one of you for joining us here this afternoon. Congratulations once again on that spectacular performance from each of you. 5th place is Julie Duron, 4th Imogen Simmons, 3rd for Ashley Gentle, 2nd for Kat Matthews, and our 2024 VinFast Ironman 70.3 World Champion, Taylor Knibb. Thank you so much. Well done, everybody, and enjoy the post-race celebrations. Do we want to do a quick photograph, Craig?